So what percentage, Caleb, do you think of students, like that you witnessed at school, what percentage of them do you think were actually doing well or thriving in that environment versus how many should have been somewhere else or could have been somewhere else?
I would say most were not thriving. And especially considering thriving, since somebody could look at a kid who's getting straight A's and say, "Oh, they're thriving."
No, they're not. No, they're not.
But they can be doing really well within that system. And I listened to one of the When School's Not Working episodes recently, and I heard a couple of you talk about how you had kids that were doing well within the system, but they still weren't thriving as humans or as people. And so I think there are a lot of kids that may thrive in that superficial sense, but it's really not the best for them long term. And I think that's most kids are not thriving, and I think that can be seen in part by just really high depression and anxiety rates, all these mental health issues you see in kids. I've heard statistics where places, not to call out where I'm going to be going, but I think Harvard, a quarter of the students are on SSRIs.
Isn't that a scary statistic?
It's incredibly it's incredibly scary.
Isn't that an indictment as to what's going on between our medical educational complex?
I believe so. And for me, I had OCD when I was younger, and I also had ADD. Even though I was never formally diagnosed with ADD, my mom had it as a kid, and she was put on a number of medications, and she eventually got off of them because she realized, these are horrible. It's doling me down. And my first grade teacher recommended or told my mom that I might have ADD and recommend that I go see a doctor about it or a psychiatrist about it.
I want to vomit right now.
Yeah, and my mom, because of her experience, said, "No, I'm sorry that it's going to be more difficult for you because my kid gets more distracted, but I'm not putting him on medication."
I'm sorry. My child doesn't sit still for 7 hours a day in a very unnatural environment, working on things that don't make any sense. When you're not actually physically activating them,
exactly.
It's not my child that's the problem here.
Yeah,